Warning, this video may contain content that may not be suitable for children or anyone else that is easily offended. Strong language, graphic content, nudity, bad jokes, and a possible idiot, aka myself, may be featured in the following clip. Viewer discretion is advised. Channel is not responsible for any damages that you receive watching this video. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Zims, and welcome to a Manchester horror story. This video is by Llama, so if you haven't already, be sure you swoop down to the description box, click on that link, and head over to his channel, subscribe, show your support, and watch the video in its entirety while me pausing and stopping through the whole thing. Bruh, come closer. I'm going to make you a video you can't refuse. I know a lot of you guys told me about Llama Arts. I forgot who exactly it was, but more than one person told me about Llama Arts, so I thought I'd give it a try. But yeah, we're going to jump into it and see what it's like. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you haven't already, be sure you hit that like button, hit your subscribe button, support your boy, join the crow's nest today. My name is Zims, and if you haven't already, be sure you follow me on Twitter, because most of the time I post all my updates. It should be down in the description below.
This is a story about how I became a 30-year-old male who is secretly afraid to be outside after dark.
Yeah, me too, bruh. Especially when the lights was off.
I live in Manchester, in the UK, and it's widely regarded as a relatively safe and multicultural city. Good transport, friendly locals, and plenty to do.
It's lit, isn't it?
I don't live there anymore, but I'm proud to be from there, and I will always have one hometown. This took place in 2016.
Oh, that's a reason.
At the time, I was working for a company that hired me to work on contracts. So 4, 6, sometimes even 8 months abroad, and then 2 or 3 months at home.
That's not bad.
When I was home, I made sure to see family and friends as much as possible.
Dang, that's
whether it be
good.
meeting and playing video games, a drink at the bar, playing sports, or traveling together.
So you telling me I can work 6 to 8 months out of the year and then come home for the remainder 3 to 4 months? Bro, you can't beat them contracting jobs, bro. That's a steal.
The incident took place when I was on my way home after a night out drinking.
That time of month?
And I write this 4 years on since it happened. I still have PTSD from the incident, and think of this as my way of telling you all to be careful out there, as well as this being an opportunity for me to talk about it. Those who know Manchester know about its quite frankly amazing tram system. It's affordable and easy to understand. There is a tram station right near to my apartment, just outside the city center. I had been back in the country for 7 days and had arranged to meet my friends in the city for a reunion of sorts, drinking, dancing, and catching up. You know how that goes.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's important to note at this point that at the time, there was a homeless gentleman that adopted the tram stop near my apartment as his own. He would always sit at the top of the stairs leading down to the platform, and whenever I used the tram, I would always see him without fail.
I feel like if I ever had that and that same person always sits in front of my apartment or, area I work, I'll always give that person, a greeting like, hey, what's up, man? Give them some food or a donut, just something, man. It's kind of like a usual. I always want to be a part of something where you come in, you're like the usual, you'd be like, yeah, I'll take that. How did you know,
It had even gotten to the point where we exchanged a friendly nod to each other every time.
See?
But this time, on the way to the city to meet my friends, everything changed. On any normal occasion, he would be sitting under the shelter at the top of the stairs, either asking passers-by for money or just saying hello. But as I approached the top of the stairs, around 20 to 30 meters away, I saw him, and he stood up straight, almost too straight, with his chest out, just glaring right at me in
all right,
a most menacing way.
About to get beat.
His brow was furrowed. His jaw was clenched, breathing heavily. I could see his chest rising up and down with speed from now 20 meters away. Maybe drugs was involved or something had angered him.
Yeah, alright.
Why me? I thought. Now, I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm 6 foot and athletic, but I don't believe violence is the answer in—
I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I'm 6 foot. Athletic, but I'm 6 foot. Tall enough. I'm 6'1". 6 foot. I remember I think I was in Germany, and 6 foot is considered not tall in Germany because all them dudes is like 6'3", 6'4", which is pretty much no. So 6 foot is kind of like the short version of the European dudes for some reason. But I thought 6'1". I used to get into a lot of arguments. Well, back in America, 6'1" is I'm the man. I could play for the Lakers. They're like, oh yeah, but not here. You can't play like that here in Germany. You're short. Yeah, man. You make your sibling mad.
In any case, I'm not easily intimidated at all, but the way this guy looked at me sent shivers down my spine.
Get ready to fight.
I immediately looked down after we made eye contact, and then looked ahead, because I thought maybe it was just a glance from him.
Just have it ready.
Then, I looked back at him again, when I was even closer and his eyes were still on me.
Oh,
This time
my
they were
goodness.
wide, and he looked unhinged like he was ready to attack.
Yo, he about to whoop his ass.
I looked
bruh.
away again because at this point I felt I had to ready and prepare myself for a potential confrontation with this guy.
Don't turn away from him.
When I was close to him, I looked back again, and he took a step forward, watching my every move, looking me up and down as if he was assessing my
He's
weaknesses.
sus.
As I approached the top of the staircase, he was turning his head as I moved. I knew that this was not normal behavior from him, or anyone for that matter. I thought I have to address this
No.
because he's freaking me out, so I
Never,
stopped, met his
never
gaze, and
talk to
pointed
him.
my body towards him just before I went down the stairs, and I calmly asked him, "Is everything okay, mate? Can I help you with something?" Nothing. I got absolutely nothing. As he looked into my eyes, I could hear his fast breathing at this point through his nose.
Well,
He looked like he was having some sort of episode.
he just
So I
disrespected
moved
him.
on and quickly went down the stairs. What the f has gotten into this guy? I thought. I almost felt bad for him. At the halfway point of the stairs, I looked behind me to see him standing at the top, looking down, directly at me again.
Please don't talk to people. If you see their fist is clenched and they're sitting there watching you walk by and they're still mad dogging you when you turn around, bro, do not talk to them. You better get inside the house, call the police, be like, hey, there's some guy outside the house, looks like he may or may not be on drugs, he looks unstable, can you please send a squad car over to go check this individual out? See if it, let the police deal with it, bro. But nah, this dude is out of control now. I kind of wanted that little usual thing, but I'm kind of thinking second thoughts now.
I could only describe the look he gave me as bone-chilling. He looked like a predator that had found his prey.
Yep.
I kept moving as I didn't know if this guy had a weapon or what his intentions
It's
were at
wabbit
this
season.
point. When I got to the bottom of the stairs, I turned around again, and to my shock, he had walked 4 to 5 steps down, still standing and glaring at me with the same disturbed and angered look. He was clearly stalking me now.
Stop turning your
I could
back.
feel my heartbeat in my ears, and sweat was forming on my forehead and palms. Luckily for me, the platform was very busy, and the tram I needed to catch was approaching.
Run.
So I quickly immersed myself amongst the crowd of people. Getting onto the tram, found a seat. Wouldn't you know it, when I sat down and the tram started moving, I looked back towards the bottom of the staircase, and there he was,
Oh,
just glaring at me with this horrific, sinister
Gio.
grin on his face.
baddie.
I did not feel safe. I felt targeted. His head moved and followed the tram, looking me in the eyes as we moved away. The entire journey to the city I felt on edge, anxious, and all I could do was think about that guy. When I eventually got there, my friends automatically picked up on the fact that I seemed a little off, so I told them about the situation I was just in, which they just dismissed, saying that I was probably just being paranoid and
Yep.
that he'll be gone by the time I get back home.
Sounds like friends.
I agreed with them because I realized that he is usually only there during the daytime, so I enjoyed the night. We all drank, laughed, and even met some cute girls.
Ooh.
Before I knew it, I was hammered, to the point where I had to look at my phone with one eye closed.
He's about to see him
My
on Tinder.
balance was off, and I felt like I could throw up at any second. It was around midnight and time to go home, so I said goodbye to my friends and arranged to meet the next weekend due to the success of this one. The last tram was approaching, and I had to run drunk as a skunk to make it in time. I got onto the tram, and when I got a seat and caught my breath, I remembered what happened at the tram station on the way back to the city. I felt sober suddenly, and I was honestly on the verge of an anxiety attack,
He about to see him watch.
until I remembered that I never usually see the guy late at night, which was comforting for the remainder of my journey. The tram arrived at my stop, and I got off.
I like to cut G.
I just stood there for a second, surveying my surroundings. The platform was empty. The skies were clear, although dark. The air was warm, and the only sounds were the nearby traffic and the tram leaving the platform. I remember it like it was yesterday. I looked towards the bottom of the staircase and the platform leading to the street, and I took a deep breath. I approached the stairs and looked towards the top. Much to my relief, he wasn't there. Stage 1 over. Stage 2 was easy. Get to my building, which was about 150 meters away from the stairs.
Be there.
As I slowly walked up the stairs, trying to make as little noise as possible, my heart was in my throat. All I could think about was what I would do if he was there.
Nah, bruh.
But I was drunk and I didn't think fast
Should have
enough.
brought your friends.
I arrived at the top and looked to my left, and what do you know? He's there. And as soon as I look at him, his head snaps, and he's looking me in the eyes with the same terrifying look, almost foaming at the mouth like he's won a prize.
Why are he looking at him like that? Did he give him the wrong amount of change? Did he give him like a sandwich instead of money like the dude from the scary movie thing? No, why is he so mad at this dude? I wonder why. Maybe he's just crazy. Maybe he did something to him without even realizing. Because a lot of people been walking past all day, every day, but for some reason, he's fascinated with this dude. Maybe he reminds him of somebody from a war. He may be an old veteran and maybe having PTSD issues or something, but we're gonna find out.
He stands up slowly and turns to face his body towards me. At this point, I realized how tall he was, about 6'2", huge gray and dirty beard, almost skinny with a lean body type.
He's gonna be like chocolate.
I was almost pissing myself, so to break the tension, I just nodded at him, told him, "Good night, mate," and I walked on quickly towards my apartment. I suddenly heard a deep, hoarse voice say, "You got any spare change?" Loud and
Nope.
obnoxious, which I turned and replied quickly whilst I was walking backwards.
Throw it.
"No, mate, sorry.
Throw it.
Have a good night, though,"
Oh.
and walked on again. I was free, and my anxiety was disappearing. All I was thinking about was getting to my building as fast as possible.
Why would you do that?
Then, I heard what felt like the loudest, most aggressive voice ever.
Hey!
I stopped, and I turned around so fast because he made me jump. It scared me.
Throw some pounds.
He was holding a knife, and it was pointed directly towards me. The nightmare scenario was playing out now, and I held my breath as he walked slowly towards me.
Hit him with a twisted T.
I was definitely sober now, and I weighed up the options. I run and take a risk, or I start to negotiate with him.
Run.
I thought, there is an ATM nearby, I can get some money and just go home. He was around 5 meters away, with the
Run.
knife pointing towards me.
Run.
I wasn't going to let myself die like this.
There you go. Take off.
He then said, "I'm going to ask you again. Do you have any spare change?" I couldn't tell whether I wanted to throw up or cry, but I had to get out of this situation.
Run, bruh.
No one else was around that I could see or hear,
Put the
and it was
Nikes
on me to get out of this.
and go.
I said to him, "Look, there is an ATM." I couldn't even finish my sentence, because he had thrown the knife at my face. It hit me just above my eye, cutting me on my eyebrow, taking a chunk of skin clean off, and there was blood in my eye, partially
Shoulda
blinding
ran.
me, and there was blood all over my face almost immediately. I was blinded and breathless. I fell to one knee in shock, and I barely saw the knife in front of me
Yo,
on the
grab it.
ground through my drunken, shocked, and partially blinded state. So I reached for it as fast as I could.
There we go.
But it was too late. He had already picked it up and tackled me to the ground. I yelled a guttural and deep shout for help down the street as he tackled me, holding the knife, a sound I didn't know I was capable of making, but the adrenaline was coursing through my veins now.
Oh my goodness, yo.
He had the knife in his right hand and plunged it down towards my face, and the only thing I could do was put my hand in the way.
Oh!
I screamed in pain as the guy was on top of me. He had put the knife clean through my hand, in between the knuckles of my middle and index fingers, to be specific. I started to push back,
Oh,
and
don't tell me he
realizing how much
sliced down.
stronger I was than him. The
Oh
tip
my
of the
God,
blade
bro.
was about 5 inches from my face, and then a miracle happened.
Police.
I heard the voices of a group of people yelling,
Hey, stop!
accompanied with their
There
fast-running
you go.
feet towards me on the tarmac.
Jump him.
The guy's grip on the knife was weak suddenly, and he looked behind himself, clearly seeing the group approaching. They shouted again, yelling,
Get off him!
and he jumped off of me.
Get him.
Unfortunately for me, he took the knife with him and ripped it out of my hands as he jumped to his feet and swiftly ran into the nearby woods.
He better get a tetanus shot.
There were 5 people in total who came to my rescue.
And that's the girl from
2
the
of
subway.
them initially chased the guy into the woods before I shouted.
There go.
No, he has a knife!
And hearing me say this, they let him go and started to call the police.
There we go. Most people would have sat
This
down and
incident
recorded.
changed me for the better, and I wake up every day appreciating everything in my life. After the incident, I was rushed to the hospital and I had surgery to reattach the nerves in my hand 2 days later. The guy who attacked me is in prison now
Who is
for
he?
attempted murder. The police showed after the incident within 5 minutes, and full credit to them. They found the
Dang, what kind of police are those? 5 minutes? Shoot, get a reward, bro. In Los Angeles, they'll come in 30 minutes. You can commit the crime, smoke a cigarette, get a bite to eat it, you know, floss your teeth, and then be on your way, and the police still wouldn't be there yet.
the guy hiding in the woods, still holding the knife behind a tree, and they managed to subdue and arrest him on the spot. He was on a cocktail of drugs, and he openly admitted to the police that he fully intended to kill me if he had the
Why?
opportunity. This incident was simultaneously the best and worst thing that ever happened to me.
You didn't find out why?
The best, because I appreciate life so much more now. I talk to those I love every single day. All life is precious. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We are all mortal. Stay safe and alert. Do not waste a moment. Don't know who's going to be waiting around the corner.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it, man. I don't understand. Like, wouldn't you guys want to know why he attacked you? Was he crazy? Did he do something wrong? I mean, he knew he's in jail. He knew all that information, attempted murder, and the police found him behind a tree and all this stuff. But why? Why did he try to stab you? Why did he try to kill you? What did you do that no one else did? Did he just not like your face? Because some people, you look at people, you're like, I don't know why. I just don't like that person. But he said he intended to kill him, which he was fully sane of what he was saying. Even though he was inhaling or taking or consuming a lot of drugs, he still knew what he was doing the entire time. Oh, man. I have so many questions, and I never get the answers I seem to want. But that was a really crazy story. The UK seems like a really cool place. He should have just found some pounds. I knew he should have ran. It's fight or flight, people. There is no third option. Either you're going to fight him or you're going to run. There is no, I'm about to go to the ATM. Because one, what if you get to the ATM, give it to him, and he still kills you and takes your wallet, takes everything in there? You know what I'm saying? Just run. It's either you or him. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be in more shape than he is, especially if you're scared. If you have adrenaline rush and you're scared, bro, your speed just went up at least 3 to 4 seconds, 100%. Your power, your athleticism, everything is going through the roof. Like, you're going to be some person that you've never seen before, bro. It's kind of like you got superpowers. I don't know, man. If you guys enjoyed this, let me know down in the comment section. Again, this is by Llama Art, so if you haven't already, be sure you swoop down to the description box, click on that like button, go watch the video in entirety, and subscribe to my boy and support him. Also, do the same for me. If you guys want to see more of these videos, please let me know down in the comment section. Or if you guys want to see a different kind of video, let me know as well. Thank you guys so much for the support. Continue to do what you guys are doing. I'll keep pumping up videos. Have a lovely day. I told you, I'm going to make you a video you can't refuse.